Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
The mother of the boy and the boy were in their unit. Basically, they're renting a floor in the house of this man who committed this crime. When he knocked on their door, she opened it. He had knocked on the door many times before. She had no reason to suspect anything. And when he opened the door, he proceeded to choke her, the mother, who's 32 years old. Her name is Hanan, and attempted to stab her. And she ran into the bathroom and called 911. And by the time she came out, he had located and murdered her child, 6-year-old Wadia, by stabbing. He attempted to choke her and said, "You Muslims must die," and attempted to stab her and stabbed her. And she went to the bathroom and called 911. And this was all, in her own words, seconds. And by the time she came out, her son had been stabbed 26 times.
It's heartbreaking. And again, it's because it's in this community. He had nothing to do with it. All because he was an innocent child. He was Muslim. That's what happened. He was Muslim, and this is what they did. This is what this monster did. I'm trying to start this teddy bear foundation for the mom and for the little boy who didn't deserve this. He didn't. 26 times. How can anyone do that to a little boy? It hits home. You don't feel safe now? I live in Plainfield for over 20 years. You don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. The Palestinian community will pull together. This is the first in our community that this has happened. Hopefully it's the last, but we're seeing a lot of this. A lot of, on social media, us being attacked. In person, social media, it's gonna happen. You're gonna see more and more of this.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Madim, October the 17th, 2023, and it's currently 10:56 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Fun fact, October 17 was the date of the assassination of the Haitian Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines. That's when they had to assassinate the emperor when he was going to Red Bridge. So they had assassinated him. So now, you are seeing, beloved, the Holy One is putting the work in the midst of 83. For those of you that been watching with us for quite some time, I believe 3 years ago we had a video of a gentleman over there in Brooklyn, New York. He was speeding and he got into a horrible accident, and he got out of the car and then he walked. And then when he walked, the camera captured his shirt. And in front of the shirt, he had WAR written in there, which is war. And we had warned 83 that there will be a war between them. And, this war started in January 6, 2021, when those guys invaded the Capitol and killed a bunch of their own people because of the whole Donald Trump fiasco. And what people are expecting World War III to be just like World War II, that's not what that is. It is already been started ever since you guys did this, because the Holy One locked you out, and it's going to force you guys to go at each other's throat. Now, people are saying, well, is it Armageddon? Is it this? It is that? None of this garbage, because you guys already did this. You already did Armageddon. You already destroyed the Israelites. You destroy us, in Europe, and the first part, the second and third part, and you destroy us in the fourth part with the Inquisition. And you hide all those stories. You hide the 100 years wars. You hide the crusade. Okay? You hide all those things, and then now you're trying to make it seem that whatever's going on over there in Ishland has to do with prophecy. That has nothing to do with anything. It's just you guys are going at each other's throat over there, and then you guys are killing each other. Like we said before, we have no dog in this fight. All we can do is meditate, pray, trying to eat right, trying to talk right, trying to live right, trying to grow our food and grow certain things, farming, and be with the brethren, the sistren, the people that we come here to seek. Remember, beloved, just because somebody look like you doesn't mean he or she is your brother. We were sent here to be a light into this world. A lot of us, we were born with brothers, actual biological blood brothers, blood sisters. But they are more of an enemy to us than the enemy. A lot of us were born from mothers and fathers, biologically, so to speak, but they are more of an enemy to us than the actual enemy. So it doesn't go by skin color or by family, things like that. You got people that are in your own family that will not hesitate to sell you out to the enemy. They hated you much more worse than the actual enemy. It goes by spirit. This is how it is. We are a very specific group of people. We are very unique. And we were sent here to do a work, to do a job, to fulfill a mission. But the thing is, a lot of people were sent here too to do the opposite, to be against us. Just because we came from the same womb with this person, or we came from that person, doesn't mean we are this person or we are related to this person by spirit. We all have children, and we hope all our kids could make it. We want all our kids to be the same and do good in their life, but that's not the case. You will have one or two, or you'll have that one child that is not like the others. Why? Because it's like this. You came here, it's like you were in an airplane. The airplane is just a vehicle. It picked you up from one place and dropped you off from that place. While you were in this airplane, you were sitting next to a few people. Let's say in a row that you were sitting, there are two people there. And you had a conversation with those folks. And then you got out of the plane. You have nothing to do with those people. You are just sitting next to them in that plane. Now, once you get to your destination, you will find your family. You will find your true brother. You will find your true sisters. Just because I sit next to you in this plane doesn't mean I know you or you're my family. You look at me, I look at you. You smile to me, I smile to you. Good morning, good morning. Oh, what a flight. We have a short conversation, that's all. When the plane landed, you go your way, I go my way. The same thing with the bus. You got into a bus, a Greyhound bus or whatever that bus, you're going some place far, you're on a mission to go seek your family. But while you are in this bus, you talk to so few people in the bus. Doesn't mean they are your friend. And when you get there, you're going to see and seek where your family, the lost family that you never know. That's why some of you come here with a brother or sister, biologically. You come in the womb. The womb is the representation of the airplane. You come in the womb with a brother. You come in the womb with a sister. That is what you thought. But those people don't like you. They hate your guts. Family members, they despise your gut because they're not your people. They're just people you come here with. You are different than them. You have a different spirit. It is through when you grow up, you start studying and meditating, you will meet people that you will like, he and she, there's a connection between us. Maybe in my past life, maybe in his past life, we were friends, we were brothers, we were sisters. We knew each other in our past life. Those are your true family members. The people that reason with you in this truth. And the truth. People that you can sit down and have a good conversation, that you can draw wisdom from. Your very own brother, your very own sister, your very own mother, father, husband, wife. They are against you. Your co-workers, those are not your friends. Those are not your people. It is the people that resonate with the truth, that have the same vibration with you. Those are the people that you were sent in mission with, that got out on a different plane, or they got on a different seat, on a different bus, on a different train. Yet we all come here, we reunite here as a family. And as a family, our mission is to bring light to this world. Our mission is not going out there and brag about how much of a defensive weapon we have while we are using those weapons as offensive. Our mission is not going to places and kill and murdering and rape and rob and steal everything that the other people has. Our mission is not coming over there, bury history, destroy civilization, and claim that we built those things, those civilizations that we destroyed, and claim that we were those people. That's not our story. That's not our mission. Our mission is to bring light. We are the children of the light, master of darkness. We are the light that dwell in the triple thick darkness. Light shine brighter in the darkness. That's what we are. We are not here to spread hate, lies, and deception. We are here to bring the truth. We are here to bring the light. This woman at the end of the video said, this thing going to happen and then it's going to continue. She is right. However, we want our brethren and sisters out there to know this has nothing to do with us to stay out of it. Yes, they will do every single thing to make this thing. They will make it as if we are doing this personally, and that has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with us. In the next video, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Beloved, I don't know about you. I personally pray too much for my enemy. I intercepted too much for them. I was once what you're calling a Christian. I was once in the church. Mostly I was like, strolling for cookies and things like that, trying to easy stuff. But I was there. I pray for my enemy to change. I pray for the people that hated me. I did it I did this for a long time, but they never change. Until the Holy One say no more. Pray for yourselves, pray for your nation. Pray for your people, pray for redemption, pray for repentance. And after that, say, stop, go work on yourself, meditate, and seek me personally. I'll meet you halfway. I do not have time to go send my prayers to Ish. Neither I do not have time to send my prayer to Ishmael. Both of them hate my guts. They hate our people. They despise us. Let those folks, whether it's Ukraine, Russia, or whatever they want to call it out there, China, Japan, or whoever, let them fight their battle. Let them sort it out. I personally, I will stay out of it and do the best that I can do to pray and meditate and study to show myself approved unto the Holy One. Now, with that being said, beloved, we are brethren, we are sistren, we gathered here to bring the light and bring peace to the nation. And one key of our mission is there will be no Jacob's trouble. We already went to Jacob's trouble, man. The reason why our people or in a low vibration and thinking Jacob's trouble is going to happen right now or it will happen in the future. It's because they buried history and they forbid our brethren and sisters from studying history. They told them, stay in the Bible, 66, 80 books, that's it. Don't study other book. Don't look in the past. Don't question anything. Always stay in a low vibration, in a negative frequency. Always fear, fear, fear. Flee, flee, flee. Go to the desert, go to Africa, go back that land over there in Israel, hide, buy as much food as you can, and live in fear. Because when that bomb drops, somehow you will survive because you got food and other things, or you live off grid. Like I said before, I have nothing against our beloved that are living off grid or that leave the city or that go to Africa. I have nothing against that. I myself, I will not flee because some dude online or some group of people are putting fear on me. Yes, you want to go to Africa? Hell, go. You want to go to Europe? You want to go to Israel over there? You go. But if you are going over there to hide from judgment, which you are not under judgment, they are, then I do not support this. I do not submit unto that. Beloved, let's bring the peace to our people. Let's show them that this is indeed Esau's trouble. This is indeed the nation that trouble us. That's what they are going through. This is indeed our God doing this. This is indeed our power fighting for us. Selah. So be it. There we go. All right.
Alors, Magali, t'as fait des dégâts. On n'est pas touché aux Arabes, là.
Okay, he said something. There's a lot of fight and destruction. Do not touch the Arabs or something like that.
Putain, tu déconnes ou quoi? Regarde le.
Okay. Belgian police are hunting a gunman with suspected terrorist motive, which killed 2 Swedes in Brussels. Okay.
Et du coup, il y avait une personne qui était en fluo.
Okay, there was a person
Orange.
wearing a fluorescent orange. I'm still shocked because the first time I've seen a shooting like that and the guy was
Je suis
screaming.
encore même encore sous le choc parce que c'est la première fois que j'assiste à une fusillade comme ça et le gars il criait et à un moment donné moi
At one point, I heard a
je
gunshot
restais figé en fait.
and I stood. I was forced. Okay, the attack created such a fear to suspended the Belgium Swiss soccer match in nearby stadium, national stadium. Okay, 35,000 fans.
Frustrated.
Now, 35,000, 3 plus 5, 8. In the beginning, this kid got stabbed 26 times. 2 plus 6, 8. New beginning. That is because it is a new beginning. Okay, let's listen to Caroline Locks, a soccer fan.
Confused, scared. I think everyone was quite scared.
Okay, so what the team that you are hearing from the so-called 83, they are confused and they are afraid, they are scared. Why? Because they were told nothing's going to happen to you after all those scumbag stuff and terrible and horrible things that you did in the past. You are going to be raptured. And if anything else, you know who's going to catch more hell? The people over here, and it's going to be Jacob's trouble. They're going to be a race war, and you know what that race war going to be? We against them. Remember, we have all the guns, we have all the weapons, the armies. They have nothing. All they have is weed and a couple of stuff. We're going to wipe them out. Get the KKK members, get the far white movement going on, the Proud Boys, get them motivated, train them, and now what they are seeing is them getting attacked, is them attacking themselves. Now, they say this fellow is a Tunisian, Tunisia, from the country. Tunisia. Let's see if we can get Google for the people that may. Oh, Google Earth. Let's see if we can get Google Earth right here. There we go. Google Earth. Let's see if we can get Tunisia, because that is where they say, you know what, let's double check what the internet said about this fellow, so we can have that. Tunisian man stab or shot. Oops. Sweden. Okay. Okay, well, BBC News, will they show the guy? Okay, that's the video. Oh man, I wanna play it, but they will play commercial. But anyway, they'll play. Oh, did he play commercial? Oh. Wow. Okay, that's the guy right here. He was wearing a fluorescent shirt. Oh. He got out of a bike. Okay. All right. Oh, they didn't play commercial, but anyway. 45-year-old man named Abdesalem was shot in the cafe and whatever. But where's the face of this guy? Okay. Those are the soccer fans. They were going through this stuff. 2 Swedes killed, gunman shot dead, apartment search. King they do sell them. Okay, well they don't show this guy face. Absalom, that's what his name is. That's what. Okay, I believe that's the guy. Okay, that's the dude. Absalem Saud. 5 things we know about the Brussels shooting. Okay, that's the shooting. Okay, well, all right, that's the guy. Let's enlarge this. That's the fellow Absalom. All right, and he is supposed to be one of those Muslim guy over there, and he shot those people. And over here in America, you got this. Oh, I already the other guy, this dude that stabbed this kid, this Christian fellow. Let me see if we can get that. Men stab boy 26 times. Oops, 26 times. Oh boy, Lordy Hill. No. Man stab boy. I didn't say. There you go. There you go. Now you got those 2 people. Let's okay. We got those 2 people right here. Okay, this fellow Absalom. Okay, he shot, killed, whoever. Well, they haven't said why he did this. It could be some soccer thing related. And you have this fellow. Let me see if I can enlarge this. You have this fellow did this to this boy. He told him, "You Muslim must be killed." And he tried to choke the mother, stab the mother. The mother escaped. And then he grabbed the kid. He stabbed the kid 26 times and killed him. Now, again, he's one of those good Christian out there. Okay, those are the people that they believe once they've done all those things, they give their life to Jesus Christ. He absorbed all their skin, and then they're not going to pay for anything. And if anything happened, if it remotely even seems that they are in trouble, they're gonna go out there and try to kill whatever that they think they're in trouble against. Now, this dude did this, and that guy did that, and a bunch of other stuff that are happening. Okay? Now, because this dude is Tunisian, he from Tunisia. Is that what that is? Tunisia. Okay. There you go. Let's go to Tunisia right there. Okay, Tunisia is in northern Africa, so to speak. All right. Now, people will do, let's look at some of the pictures of Tunisia. People will say everything that they can say, try to blame this on us and trying to say, well, now those guys are black. Remember, a guy like this, okay, is considering white when they brought them over there in Sweden. Remember when they were bringing the Arabs over here, because Europe population is in the point of no return. Back in 2008, they were bringing a lot of those guys, the Arabs, but they were bringing specific one of them, not the dark skin. They don't want the black African Tunisian over there. They don't want the super dark skin guys. There are certain African, they don't want them over there. Well, they call them African, but those people are not African. The one that they want over there are the one that are not our people. They will show certain behaviors that are aggressive and against us. They will take them. And the one that will show love to us and try to work with us, they'll keep them over there in Africa, and they will do everything that they can to destroy them. So these dudes is considering white in their driver license or identification card. They don't refer these guys as Tunisian, Arab, or some kind of Islamic fellow. They just put white. And if he has children, they will not put, when those people came in Europe and Sweden or over here, when they have kids, they don't put Arabs in their kids' identification. They put white. That's how they padded their numbers or beefed up their numbers. Now those guys are rising against them because they were never the same people. Because remember, him and him, both of them came against us. They did stuff unto us. They came against our loin. That is why those folks are and do judgment. So we stay out of it. Now, because Tunisia is in Africa, they will try to say, well, the African, they are attacking us. The African are doing this, the African are doing that, and this and that. And then people are like, well, Big Levi, the African are doing that over there. We need to drain the fight. We need to do this. We need to do that. We don't need to do nothing. We do not need to do anything related to those people, fight with them, join with them, or do anything with them. Let them fight their battles, because the Mighty One is making them raging against each other. But keep in mind, just like they turned the whole Ukraine war, they turned the whole attention onto our people by putting a few people that look like us. Say, oh, look at, they don't want the black people to get into the, or suddenly those people are black now. They don't want the black people to get into the train. They don't want this to get, and then our people are outraged. When you get outraged like that, your vibration drop to a low frequency. The best thing you can do is remain calm. You already know who you are dealing with. They'll do anything to make it seem that you are the reason why these things happen, okay? Tunisia had a heat wave just like Algeria and all that. So it's a country in northern Africa. Okay, so, and things like that, all right? There you go. So we'll get Google whenever we need it. Let's close those things down. And let's keep on moving, all right? And, oops, let's go right here. Get rid of this. There we go. Now, they are in distress. They are fighting each other. We stay out of it. We give the Holy One great, great, great praise. We stay on our meditation and prayers. Let's keep on moving.
Finally, tonight from here in Tel Aviv, Americans answering the call to action by rushing to Israel to help with relief efforts and to help fight Hamas. Here's Marissa Para.
Outside an Israeli airline ticket counter at Miami International Airport, pockets of emotion on full display before a 12-hour flight to Israel. Everyone here packing a different story.
Half of my relatives and friends went to the festival. I'm going to the funeral.
The hugs here last a little longer. Most don't know when they'll get another.
I'm numb, like a lot of people are right now.
That's Zach, the father of an IDF reservist, one of hundreds of thousands of Israeli reservists being called to duty, some boarding planes before the call even comes.
He found out about the war itself.
So the Mosai is gathering them for battle. Like he said in the good book. He said, get those guys over there. Get them off of the lane. Get them out of the lane. Get them from the fourth lane, from the fourth part. That's why the guys are moving over there. They are going to fight. Taking them over there and assemble them. Let them go at each other's throat, destroy each other. That's how those guys are leaving. They are going over there as reserve and they're going to fight or whatever.
And he was on the plane by 11 o'clock.
Nathan Nagli's home has been empty for over a week. She drove her son David to the airport with a one-way ticket to Israel.
I gave him a little box with a bug inside.
Okay, so his son name is David, okay, or David. And the shirt that she has, there's this word over there, proud, okay? Thy pride has deceiving thee. Let them be very proud. Let them say, you know what? That's it. Let me get this video right here. Let me see. I believe it was 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Biden. Something like that. Here we go. Ah, boy. Anyway, that's the stuff. Let's listen.
Are the wars in Israel and Ukraine more than the United States can take on at the same time?
We're the United States of America, for God's sake. The most powerful nation in the history, not in the world, in the history of the world. The history of the world. We can take care of both of these and still maintain our overall international defense.
This is what Biden said. Okay, this is how proud, how confident they are. At least this is how proud and confident they feel. This is what they said. Remember, those guys really don't care about their citizen or the guys they put in our neighborhoods to keep us in check. Those police officers, their citizen that always call the police, that always snitch, always watching us, always reporting us, the people that are voting against us. And then now those people are forgotten because they don't give a crap about them. And a lot of them, those people, like Biden himself, they will eliminate those guys. Those folks that vote for them, the one that, mark my words, mark these words, the lazies, the one that suck up on the government, the one that I'm talking about, the Gentiles, 83, that don't want to work, that can't work, that are on drugs, that are hooked down or hooked up on drugs, they're going to kill all of them. They're going to get rid of all of them because they are a dead weight and burden. Just like we have dead weight in the midst of us, we got rid of those people a long time ago. They are going to erase all those people because they see them as dead weight. That's how proud those guys are, okay? Look at the shirt that she's wearing. We are proud military with the dog tag and whatever this stuff mean in Hebrew. Okay? And then they sent their son over there to fight for freedom. Just like in 2001. Excuse me. Just like in 2001, they had Pat Tillman. He was a football player. He left to go fight the Taliban. A bunch of people truly believe that's what they were going to fight. And when they got over there, they see kids, children, and women, and the men had stick and stone, And they're like, what the hell? There's no way those people could have did this attack that we saw happen to those two towers, man. There's no way they had the intelligence nor the technology to do this. Just like you got Israeli tell you, there's no way those Hamas fellow could have pulled this thing, man. There's no way they could have done that. Somebody must have known and let them do this. Of course, the Holy One let them do this stuff and stuff like that. But he's removing those guys off of our land and sent them over there to be dealt with. Okay, let's listen to Joe Biden again. All right. There we go. Okay, now listen to what he's saying.
Are the wars in Israel and Ukraine more than the United States can take on at the same time?
We're the United States of America, for God's sake. The most powerful nation in the history, not in the world, in the history of the world.
Okay, not in the world, in the history of the world. All right, not in the world, in the history of the world. Ever since this world, those guys, this is how proud. This is how proud this fellow is. Ever since this world existed, like in the whole history, the Atlantean, the Mesopotamian, the Babylonian, whether they were Jews and Gentiles back then, we are more powerful than all of them, when in fact you are the weakest. Out of all the Gentiles, out of all the 83 history, America is the weakest because it is the feet. Babylonia was the gold, was the strongest. You guys from strong to weak. The Persian and Medes, the Greek, and then they get to the feet. You are the weakest. But let the weak say I'm strong, and then let them go over there and then buffed up their chest and let them speak proudly. That's what the mighty one is doing. It is stroking the pride. Well, not only we can fight the war over there in Ukraine, we can fight the war over there in Israel and still maintain our defenses because we have so much guns, so much money. We have money, we can do whatever we want. So, what about some of that money for our bridge and reparation? Well, you have to understand the stake of the solar eclipse that just happened and the climate change. And you know what? Let's talk about a program. You see, we can come up with a program that can give everybody reparation. Because when you look at America, everybody, especially the Ukrainian over there and the Israeli, they need reparation too. You have to understand, they are victim too. It's all of us that are in this fight. And frankly, we do not have the money to give reparation and stuff. Yet you guys have billions of dollars to fight wars. That's the true nature of you people. And then you guys are the one that's supposed to bring light into this world. You guys are the one that's supposed to guide this world to the new world. The new world order is going to be you guys. After you crash the economy, because that's what you guys say. You're going to crash the economy, bring a huge war, and then reduce the world population to 5% or to 5 million. Oh, boy. You people, man, and your garbage. Hang on. Let's see what's going on here. How many millionaires do we have in United States?
According to Statista, the United States is home to by far the largest contingent of dollar millionaires, 22.7 million in 2022, representing 6.7% of the country's population.
So, you have 22 million people that are millionaires. That's just in United States. In China, you got 6.5 million that are millionaires. Okay, let's see for the billionaires. How many billionaires we have in the United States?
756 billionaires. According to Wikipedia, this is a list of U.S. states and federal districts by the number of billionaires as of 2023. There are 756 billionaires living in the United States.
Okay, you got 756 billionaires plus 22 million millionaires and China is like 6 million. Let's say China, Russia, and all that. Let's say you guys have 50 million millionaires and billionaires, and you guys want to reduce the world to a 5 million population. That means 756 billionaires, they will all survive. And then out of the 22 or the rest of the millionaires, you will take like 4 million and then add it to that and to equal like 5 million. And then you will kill the 7 billion, the rest of the 7 billion people. And then after that, you guys going to rule the world. You billionaires and millionaires going to rebuild everything after you destroy everything in this war. You're going to come back and get in your truck, get in your loaders, getting into your bulldozers and take those pitch and forks and things like that and start rebuilding back, because you guys are the construction workers, okay? Or you're going to have robots do that for you, and then you're going to build everything and then rule the world, yeah, and then new world order. That's what you guys are going to do. That's the logic, Bridget. That's what they feed people out there. Or we're going to control the population. We're going to reduce you guys to 5 million. Wait, hang on. You guys going to reduce us? What the hell is going on over there in Europe and America? All we see you guys' numbers are dwindling. You passed the point of no return. Okay? South Korea birth rate. Look
in 2020, the reported fertility rate for South Korea was 0.84 births per woman, according to World Development Indicators.
This is South Korea right there, beloved. Look, this thing back in 1960s, since the 1960s, 1970s, this thing just drop, and then they passed the below in the 1980s. And then it just, the moment you pass the below, you cannot bounce back. In 2020, they have the lowest. So it's the same thing go for Japan. The same thing go for mostly all of those people, with China, with all of them. Next thing you know, those guys, we are reducing the world population and we are doing this to ourselves. Oh, really? You guys are doing this to yourselves. You are literally, you guys are destroying your own people. Okay, this is Japan. Japan is the yellow one. Pretty much the same. Japan never. You see how Japan just passed in the 60s. Japan already passed it. Okay, and this is Mali in Africa. Okay, it's just grow, and then grow up, grow down. Okay. In Mali, you have 6 kids per woman. In Japan, barely one person. In Korea, all those women, they don't have kids. 0 birth. They either pregnant, getting pregnant, thinking about pregnant, but they do not have kids that are alive, like children walking around. How the hell those people going to be the new world order? That's pretty much the same thing in Europe and America. Okay? Italy, no birth for 3 months. Okay? Italy archives unthinkable world. Records no childbirth. Here we go. No childbirth in 3 months. You have 90 days that no children were born in Italy. And you people are going to sit there and act like, oh, well, they are reducing the world population. They are killing everybody so they can rule the world. And then they are doing this so they are getting rid of us. Like hell they are. Like hell they are. See, if you're not original being of this planet, you out. Let me tell you something. This is probably going to come out wrong. See, we study those people. The Gentiles or the so-called elementaries. They are more like cats. What I mean by that, cats have like 9 lives. That is the myth. And they are living on their last lives. See, they had the opportunity to come here 9 times. They come here first generation, they do a bunch of nonsense, they die, they come back the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, because they keep coming back. They think they are like us. They are immortal soul. Those people have no soul. A lot of them look like us, they have zero soul. Remember, a lot of them are your brother, your sister, they look like you, wives and husband. They have no soul. The reason why there's no childbirth in Italy for 3 months, that is because they are not coming back anymore. They can be reincarnated like we are. That's 90 days, no children were born. Why do you think they open the borders and let those specific migrants come over there? Why do you think they let those so-called Muslim migrants go over here in Europe? Because their population is dwindling. It is no more. Why do you think they keep telling you you're 13% of the population? And every single freaking time you see the news, is either we are on the news or we're giving them the news. The so-called 83 have no power to depopulate the world. They do not have that power. They are indeed being depopulated. Yes, they'll shoot a black man here. They'll shot a black woman there. But that it doesn't matter. It won't matter. Our people, we can replenish that in less than an hour. It doesn't matter. And the plague in 2020 literally put the nail in the coffin. And of course, they don't want the people to know about this. Okay? This thing came out in October 4th, brethren. Italy archives unthinkable world record, no childbirth in 3 months. And guess what? Italy, for those of you who may not know, let's see if we can go to Italy here. All right, this thing is still acting up. There we go. Let's go to Italy here. Oops. There you go. Italy. Italia or Italia. There you go. This is Italy right here. Italy is 70% empty. You do know what that is, right? 70% of Italy is empty. Not because it is empty, people like, oh, I don't want to live there, it's too boring, because they don't have people there. The people that were living there, they all die. They all die. They all know no more. They gone. They no longer here. Well, of course, they're going to say, oh, well, Big Levi, you have to understand, it's the economy, things are so expensive, and who's in charge? You people make it seems like we, so-called the children of light, which you're calling black people, have control over everything. We control the economy. We put the price on the gas. We do everything. We put the price on the food. Anytime things go high, you guys are, well, it's because of the economy. Oh, the certain people don't want us to be here. You guys are so proud of saying the elite control everything. The elite control that. And how do the elite looks like? They look just like you. They don't look like me. They don't look like my brethren. They look like you. They control everything. So those people, like guy like Elon Musk, he control pretty much everything. Okay, he control a bunch of things. And then now this guy, he got 9 kids. Okay, and now he's blaming the others that look like him. They say, well, you guys need to have children. While he make things very expensive, you think he is in control? You think the so-called the 82 in control? See, the guys that are on top, they knew it a long time ago that they only have a short time here. So they're going to do every single thing they can to enjoy this. While Italy over there get the boots that look like a boot. When you look at Italy, 70% empty. That means like 70% of the people that were living here, they all die. And the 30% that are left, they are the baby boomers, so to speak. The last generation. Like we told our people, we are no boomers, we are no Generation X, we are no General Z, Generation Millennial, we're none of that. We are the generation that will see the end of this. We are the last generation, point blank period. The curse end with us, the blessing begin with us. With none of your whatever generation you try to pull onto us. Just to let you know, all those garbages those people are coming out there, well, the New World Order and stuff like that. No, the New World Order came here in 1492. You threw down and threw away. You overthrown the Old World Order, which was us. And then you've been ruling ever since, up until now. That's what you're being rooted out and booted out. Don't ever let anyone trying to tell you that they are reducing the world population. They're trying to rule the world. They try. It's the elite always are trying things. Remember when those people used to come to us, then they just do things? They just come to us and infect us with syphilis, infecting us with tuberculosis, infecting us with all sort of disease and AIDS. Now they just, Big Levi, get ready. They're about to infect. They get ready. They're about to spray things in the atmosphere. Get ready. They're about. And all those things come to naught. Okay? All right, beloved. Then again, how long we are into this? Oh, good grief. Now, beloved, why is this thing is happening? Okay? It happening because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, indeed. The 2019, we serve all 400 years. Right after 2019, 2020 kicks in, the entire world got locked out. The entire world changed. Every single person that can remember 2020 till now can telling you things are not the same. They weren't the same. People yearn the 2019. How good would it feel for those folks to go in 2019? Remember, they were calling in 2019, they were calling 2020 the Warring 20. Why? Because they know everything was going to be good for them, and then bam, this thing caught them by surprise. The top guys on those so-called elite, they're well aware of what's going on, and they know this thing is done. There's no way out of it. But the conspiracy theories, they still taking terrorists I was studied in 2008. The Operation Looking Glass, Project Blue Beam, EBE. I love EBE, man. Project EBE. I don't hear anybody talking about Project EBE. There we go. Let me see. Project EBE. Ah, boy. Nah, not Project EBE. Okay. What's it the name? Project Blue Book. See, I think they removed the information. Yeah, Project EBE. Those things back in 2008. That's when the internet was full of a lot of truth. You got guys like Undercover Alien. This guy was undercover. This guy, I think they get rid of this dude. Undercover Alien was like a YouTube channel. This dude has so much truth. He had real footage of stuff, man, back in 2008. Undercover Alien, spacecraft on the moon. Okay, it was something like that, Umama or whatever, things like that. This guy had great stuff, man, and he was working for the government. I think they got rid of this dude. Okay, for those of you that used to, but I studied these things way back. The Holy One was showing me all the stuff they were trying to carry it out. Those were things that were in their plan. That's what they had, but the plane went bust. That's why they can't do none of those things. Why? Because the blessing is over. And then in Genesis 15 verse 14, the Holy One did say, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And the Mighty One is indeed judging the nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. We highly recommend that you read that book. Let us keep on moving, beloved, okay?
And it says love book, and this is something that he gave me. So I took my little love book and I gave it to David. And when he hugged me goodbye, he said, "Mom, I promise I'm gonna bring the love book back."
Okay, all right.
At the airport, people preparing themselves and more. Suitcases being packed and shipped from around the state.
Everything from certified tourniquets.
Okay, so let me enlarge this so the nation, oops, there we go. So nation can see this guy name here. Okay, think that we are playing, okay? And then you can see he's wearing this black shirt with the this black polo shirt with the red horse and a black shirt. Of course, the black represents, you know, the Cain's little brother, and then the red horse represented Pluto. And then this fellow right there, Michael, is in the midst, okay? And with gun Brigitte right there. You know, all those things, they are just telling you, the mighty one said, those, you guys are targeted people. And you're going to go over there and fight against this, whatever that you're saying, you know, and we just stay out of it, okay? Great glory, beloved. Let's keep on moving.
That units have requested specifically to things like magazine pouches, and I think the trucks are here, so we have to run.
Supplies being rushed onto the plane just before departure.
What does it say on these suitcases right here?
It says, Am hanetzach lo mefached.
What does that mean?
It means that the Jewish nation is not scared.
This is how proud they are. And again, beloved, there's a sister that she has great relationship with. She has extensive knowledge about Haitian culture. There is an international rule that said you cannot travel more with $10,000, American $10,000, and cash in your hand. It's illegal. You'll go to jail if you show up to. Let me double check if I'm saying this right. All right. Oops. What's the maximum money you can travel with?
According to Sammy's law firm, how much cash can you fly with? If you are traveling on an international flight and have more than $10,000 in your possession, you must disclose the amount of U.S. currency in your possession on a FinCEN 105 form. On a domestic flight, no rule requires you to disclose carrying $10,000 or more on the flight.
Okay, I believe, yes, if you carry $10,000 or more, you have to disclose and say this. And certain place, it's illegal. You like, if you try to go in Haiti with $10,000 or more, you're probably not going to make it to your destination. The moment you said you carry more than $10,000, the moment you get out of the airport in Haiti, you'll be kidnapped, because they will send their people come over there and take that money from you. Okay, internationally, you are not allowed to carry, well, you are allowed to a certain degree, but you have to tell them. And you can go to jail if you have $100,000 or $1 million with you. They will question you, they'll tax that thing, but this rules is only applied for people that try to transfer their wealth to another place. But you see those folks over there with their bags, okay, with those bags, we don't know what are in those bags. Okay, those huge long bags, you don't know what's in there. Okay, you have no idea what's in there, and they can pass with pretty much everything. The sisters say when Ish used to, they don't have banks. Ish don't put their money in banks here. Okay, they get bags like this, they fill it up with money, and then they just go to the airport. The moment they are going through the thing, they are passing this to the machine, they realize who they are, they turn off the machine, and this thing passed. Could be anything, could be money, could be the other thing. It could be that sniff stuff, it could be anything, but they don't get questioned. Okay, now listen to this fella.
Supplies being rushed onto the plane just before departure.
What does it say on these suitcases right here?
It says, Am hanetzach lo mefached.
What does that mean?
It means that the Jewish nation is not scared.
This is a flight of promises hand-delivered.
This is not a time to be frightened. It's a time to be strong.
Marissa Parra, NBC News.
See, when we were going to our trouble, we were very afraid. We were running for the hill. Remember, Montezuma, when he fled to the mountains. A lot of our brethren were running because they knew this Yeshua was real, and they knew the moment the Holy One put this thing on us, there's nothing we could do. We just had to run and try. Some of us accept, But we were very afraid, very much so, because we know this thing was real. But those guys, the mighty one, make them very proud, just like the Egyptian. We're not afraid of you. We are not scared. You know, bone crusher. I ain't never scared. But we'll see. This is the United States of America, for God's sake. We can fight, not only we can fight this war in Ukraine, we can fight it over there in Israel, then we can fight China, then we can fight Venezuela, then we can fight everybody. We are Hydra, we have many tentacles. We can fight everything. That's how proud those people are. Okay? Let me see. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. All right then. Okay, beloved. I will see you on part 2. We will see you folks in part... we'll see you guys in part 2, okay? You can either wait for it or you can go seek it. If you're watching this on a TV, it would be best if you type it, see the part 2. And if you watch this on your phone, it should automatically pop up, okay? Shalom. I will see you folks in part 2.